get activated, come on board, come and join us in the fifth dimension of sexual exploration and expand yourself into a place where you're feeling more alive and healthy and youthful.
Everybody, do it.
Hi, it's Lianna, sex and relationship coach and healer. Thank you for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about sexual exploration. What is sexual exploration? I'm going to lay this out in 3 parts. So the first part, I'm going to talk about what is exploration. Then I'm going to talk about what is exploring in the sexual. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the benefits of sexual exploration. So stay with me, because at the end, I'm going to give you a very cool exercise that can help start motivating you to sexually explore in your life with your partner. But before I start doing all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't before. I would love to have you part of my community. I'm making videos every week mostly about sex, love, and life. As we make our way through life, we are exploring. We are people that like to try new things, right? Maybe if you're going to go traveling, you're going to figure out where am I going to go? What is it like to go there? What do other people say about that place? We find out information about what it is we're going to do. And we usually choose somewhere that's a little bit edgy for us, somewhere that we don't know a lot about because we want to try out something new. And so we've got a little bit of fear about traveling potentially to wherever we're going, but also a lot of excitement because it's going to be new and fun and different and unusual, unique. So this is part of exploration, is making out a plan, figuring something out, getting some knowledge, getting some information so that you understand what it's all about. Another part of exploration is taking risks. When you want to explore something, you're kind of jumping off the edge a little bit. You're going to do something different. You're going to do something that's going to be pushing your edges. It's going to take you beyond what you're usually doing in your life, which is going to take you beyond what you're used to or what you know. And so that's taking risks is about exploring. The other aspect that's about exploring is going into the unknown. That's the really fun part about exploring, is that you're going to go do something that is maybe something you have no idea about. What is that all about? I want to find out. I'm going to go check it out. So the unknown is, again, it's got this combination of kind of scary, but it also very exciting. So that's kind of overall what exploration is about: taking risks, getting information, and getting some new knowledge, some new wisdom, and diving into the unknown. When you bring exploration into the sexual, you need to think about it as the same elements as just generally exploring. You're going to first of all, get some knowledge and information and some wisdom from people that know things, or information that you find, something that you're interested in trying or doing sexually. You need to find out a little bit about it, right? So that's the first thing. The other is that you're going to go into the unknown. And even though you do find out a certain amount of information, it's still going to be different and unique for you, how you feel about it, how you experience it, the kind of direction that it takes, the kind of unfolding that happens, and depending who you're with, you're dealing with the partner and what they're going through. So the unfolding is always unknown. It's always unknown. It's an exploration, right? So it's an unknown unfolding. It's something that's going to be so unique to you and your partner, so exciting for you and your partner. The unknown. This is part of the mystery. Exploration requires mystery. So when you bring the sexual together with exploration, it's also this aspect of taking risks. You have to jump into places that you've never been before, and this takes place on many different levels of your being. So jumping in, taking risks on a physical level. Okay, you're going to be pushing your boundaries a little bit because you're going to be doing things that physically maybe you have not done before. You're going to be jumping in, taking risks on an emotional level. depending on what place you are, and if I'm discussing this with couples, maybe you're going into territory that really attacks all the beliefs that you've ever had about sexuality, or anything that you've ever heard within your world. It's completely contrary. Your desire is completely contrary. And so you have to take some risk to even allow yourself to enter into that, to allow yourself to talk about it, and then maybe even play it out. Taking risks is a big one emotionally. Also taking risks spiritually. You may come from a very spiritual background or religious background that has put a lot of restrictions and confinements around what you do sexually. So it's questioning some of those aspects to see, are you able to like stretch from there? Are you able to take a risk from what some of these old beliefs are maybe holding you back from? When we talk about sexual exploration in itself is the loaded word, and many people don't think about actually exploring into their sexual lives, into their sexual being, because it's not something that we talk about. It's not something that is is discussed when you're growing up. Oh, we're going to explore into the sexual. We're going to become sexual explorers. No, there's actually very little that we talk about around sex, let alone exploration. But there is a massive world available in the dimension of sexuality. There are doors that you can continually opening depending on the kind of desires that boil up inside of you, the kind of desires that you have, that you and your partner want to try out together. And for such a long time, we have been squashing down those desires. We have been not allowing ourselves to even barely think about them without feeling guilty, without feeling shame. But we're at a point now where these desires are, this is the fifth dimension. The desires are allowed to come out. There's permission on a societal level that exists now. People are opening to this. And so if you've had desires that have been bottled up for a long time, and you're scared because of maybe what society will think, because what your partner is going to think, there is now an overall stronger permission. People are understanding that the sexual is a very important, crucial aspect of our beings. And so sexually exploring is something that is absolutely necessary in the fifth dimension. The benefits that start to happen, first of all, it creates more intimacy in a partnership, because now you're opening up to a realm that maybe you haven't discussed before, that you haven't been before, or you may be a couple that is at a point where you are stuck sexually, where you've been having the same kind of sex for a very, very long time. It's like, now what? Now what do we do? Well, you're at what I call the third stage of sexual exploration for couples, and I've created 10 stages. Third stage being, we've done a lot here. What do we do next? Where do we take this? We are maybe bored. We are maybe it's become monotonous. It's become monotonous. We need to expand beyond this. What do? We don't know, This is perfect, because this is when you need to take these risks. This is when the exploration just begins. And it's going to be different for every couple, what you decide, what avenue you want to go in. But there is basically growth in 5 areas that I have identified specifically being, and that is the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the energetic, and the otherworldly. So this is some big stuff going on in our beings, in our bodies, that's going to start to expand. And as we enter into the growth of sexual exploration, as we allow our desires to come out and we start to play them out, we start to talk about them, we start to connect to other people that are involved in sexual exploration as well, we actually start to vibrate at a different level, okay? We start to feel different. We start to, we have this life force energy, because that's what sexual energy is. It's a life force energy that's now being brought through our entire bodies. and we start to feel more youthful. We start to feel healthier, because this is this is an energy. This is an energy that can be used for healing your body, healing your emotional state, healing you as a couple. But you have to be open to the various elements that I talked about, because it is an exploration. And the exploration, again, is different for everybody. So you're constantly communicating with your partner, taking steps, opening to deeper levels, finding out some new things, tapping into yourself. What's going on inside here? What is turning me on? What is it that I want to explore? And really coming into your physical body, letting your body lead you, direct you into places that you've never been to before. And so your body starts to come alive. Your body starts to feel more free. And as you connect with yourself, as you become more sensitive to what your body needs, what your body desires, you can then play off with your partner much more, much deeper. You could start to sense them more and start to sense, you can start to feel what's going on for them. And then the beautiful thing with a partnership is that it becomes this dance that the two of you go on together, this sexual exploration dance. And really, no matter how long you're with that person, this particular dance can go on until the end of your time together. So I encourage you strongly to take some risks, take some steps into finding out more about what you can do in a sexual exploration with you and your partner. And that is really learning how to tap into yourself, because you know what you want to do. You know what it is that you turns you on. You know what your desires are. And so that is the thread that you want to follow. You want to find that deep thread that's inside of you and follow it through, and allow yourself to voice it to your partner. Allow yourself to discuss it, to let it out, let it free, release it, so that then you can start a discussion on, okay, I've said it, now let's see, what can we do about this? How can we play this out and express this? How can we explore this? Okay? So the exercise I want to end with is a super sweet kissing exercise. Now, kissing is something that we all know about and how to do, but when you go into exploration, sexual exploration, this can be an entry point as a couple. So what I want you to do, very simple, is put on a timer for 1 minute and kiss each other. With no intention of having sex, and no fondling or groping in the body, okay? So it's just kissing in various different ways, softly, more deeply. Just let the flow happen over that 1 minute period. Taste the other person's lips. Feel their lips in different ways. Use your tongue. Go in with your tongue. Try different things. Laugh, but keep your lips attached and explore your partner's lips. It's quite an experience if you've never done this before. Please let me know how it went. Make some comments below and tell me if you tried it and if you enjoyed it and how you felt after that. I would really love to help you out with this. If you're in these places, you can start with, I have a link below, get my first 3 stages of sexual exploration, and sign up there. There's some more information about my Activate to Alive program coming up, and I would love for you to be part of that. Get activated, come on board, come and join us in the 5th dimension of sexual exploration, and expand yourself into a place where you're feeling more alive and healthy and youthful. Okay, much love, baby.
Do it.